Hi, I'm Julie. Today I'm reading from a book entitled The Meal is Worth the Trip, Whether You Like Your Relatives or Not. It is a collection of selected writings written by a talented author, Jeannette Buck. There you go. And she has kindly given me permission to read from it. Today's selected writing is entitled Cowgirls. Right around this time, every summer, when I was a kid, I began to get bored. Not that I missed school. I was too fond for sleeping in for that. But I was ready for a little excitement. Things always livened up when my cousin Arlene's family came to visit from Wyoming. Just the thought of living out west gave me goosebumps. There was a song back then sung by the bug-eyed comedian Jerry Kalana. Why, oh, why did I ever leave Wyoming? Why, oh, why did I ever have to go? Away out west where men are men and the women sure are glad. Completely unconscious of the innuendos, I sang it continuously until Dad suggested that I had better find something else to sing, for goodness sakes. My uncle worked for Sinclair Oil, and the Fosters had moved to Wyoming in the late 40s. I was green with envy. I just knew that their world was filled with cowboys and maybe even Indians. It didn't matter that others assured me that life there wasn't much different than mine. I was positive that Wyoming had to be more exciting than gold. When the time for the Fosters' biannual visit finally came, I was wild with anticipation. The grown-ups spent much of the time visiting, and Aunt Daisy disappeared into the attic for hours, sorting belongings that she had left behind. Arlene and I were free to find our own amusement. It usually turned into downright devilment. While looking through the stuff stored in the glory hole above the kitchen one summer, Aunt Daisy and Mom unearthed some bright green mesh fruit bags. Who knows why they'd been stashed up there, but Arlene and I thought they looked promising. They could be just what we needed to protect us from Grandpa's nasty-tempered honeybees, whose hives were directly opposite the mailbox. We had a glorious time walking down the road after the mail the next morning with not a care in the world because we had pulled the green bags down over our heads. We dawdled along, giggling and chattering, sweating in the sun. We picked clover blossoms and paintbrush, got our feet and hems of our dresses wet wading through the creek, and flipped over stones in the stream bed, hoping to find something interesting underneath. Somehow I never was curious about such things unless I had a city cousin visiting me. Finally, we headed back to the house, happy and hungry for lunch. You should have heard the ruckus when we strolled into the kitchen, still wearing our green mesh honey bag armor. Actually, you probably could have heard it if you'd been anywhere within a mile of our place that day. Just look at you, they wailed, pushing us toward the bathroom mirror. You could have passed us for aliens from another world. We were green little girls. The dye in the bags was not waterproof, and we were stained a blotchy chartreuse from head to toe. Into the tub we went. Another morning, Dad warned us at breakfast that a trucker was coming to take a mean-tempered cow to the sale, and he didn't want us anywhere nearby when they loaded her. Well, Now, that was a challenge. We waited until the driver backed up to the barn, and another cow was led into the high-racked truck bed. Then we crept through the elderberry bushes up to the edge of the barn driveway, staying just out of Dad's sight, and waited for the fun. Cows are nervous when they're in a stressful situation, you understand, and are apt to leave their calling cards plopping along behind them. Dad led the ornery cow up the truck ramp, hanging tightly to the rope around her neck. Suddenly, she lunged against the rope. Her feet slipped in the ample deposit left by the previous cow. To put it politely, the stuff flew, and Arlene and I were in direct line of fire. Our yelps blew our cover, and Dad, too busy hanging tight to the wide-eyed cow to deal with us, ordered us to the house on the double. Poor Mom and Aunt Daisy. Into the tub we went again, while they wrinkled their noses and threw our clothes out the back door. You know better. You could have been hurt. Don't you ever listen? They sputtered and they scrubbed us within an inch of our lives. For once, we kept our mouths shut and endured until our mamas began to simmer down. We thought the worst was over until Arlene raised her arm to reach for a towel. Oops! They'd missed some stuff. The lecture began again. From the top. All too soon, summer was over, and the Fosters left to go home. And I had to go back to school, where I gazed longingly out the window all winter, dreaming of the next summer, with all those long, empty days to fill. You have a great day. God bless. And by the way, thank you, Aunt Jeannette, for writing these fun stories. Bye-bye.